家好，我是苏建国. Today, as I film this, it is September the 3rd, 2025. That is the 80th anniversary of V-Day here in China. 纪念中国人民抗日战争及世界反法西斯战争胜利80周年. And today, China is holding a huge military parade, and I'm going to try watch it somewhere. So you can see there are already lots of people on the road hoping to catch a glimpse of the aircraft. I think there's some helicopters that have just flown over. I was going under the bridge as they went past. And despite there being a lot of people here, this is not where I'm going to try watch. Right, let's keep going. I can hear the chopper. This is where I've come to try and catch a glimpse of the parade.
I know you.
Oh, Sma?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
As you can see, there's lots of people lining the river here. This is Tonghuihe, just as good a place as any to try and catch a glimpse of the aircraft. I can hear everyone watching the parade on their phones. Now the parade is taking place at Tiananmen Square, which isn't too far from here. There are obviously a number of dignitaries in attendance, a number of world leaders. Most people are not in attendance. They are actually watching it on TV or on their phones. And of course, some people have come out to see the aircraft as it flies over. Look at that. I imagine along this river, every bridge looks like this. Now in my country, Britain, the Second World War is a big part of national identity, and obviously when we're taught in high school about the war, most of the accounts are about the European battlefield, which is understandable because Britain is in Europe and our wartime history is intertwined with what happened on the European battlefield. But I was never really taught that China was a major front during the war. Hopefully that's changed. I mean, I understand that you can't really teach kids absolutely everything, but over 35 million people, civilians and soldiers, were wounded or killed here in China during the war. I think that's something that needs to be more widely taught outside of China to everyone, regardless of nationality, because it's such a huge sacrifice. So I can hear aircraft coming. Wow. Seriously impressive. In Europe, most of the celebrations for the 80th anniversary of VE Day, Victory in Europe, took place back in May. However, victory over Japan is celebrated on different days by different countries, but why? Well, in Europe, UK, Australia, New Zealand, they celebrate victory over Japan, VJ Day, on August 15th. In Korea, also celebrate liberation from Japan on August the 15th. That is because that was the day that Japan announced that it would surrender. However, Japan didn't formally surrender until September the 2nd. So, in the US, VJ Day is celebrated on September the 2nd, and here in China, V-Day is celebrated on September the 3rd because that was the first full day of peace. So there you go. So everyone's getting really excited because there's a big flyover just about to happen. La 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 la. 这边还有。哇，这些好大。 I have just witnessed history. If I were Chinese, I'd be feeling very proud right now. You can sense the unity amongst the crowd. Unity and pride and strength, I can feel it all. What a parade. 结束了吗？
结束了。拉完烟就结束了，拉完彩。
谢谢。So the flyover has concluded and everyone's leaving now. Everyone feels quite happy having seen some amazing aircraft. There's so much about that period of history that people outside of China probably don't learn about. For example, I came to China and I only discovered about the Lisbon Maru incident here in China, and that's when Dongji fishermen from Dongji Dao in Zhoushan, Zhejiang, they saved hundreds of British prisoners of war after the Japanese ship that they were being transported on sunk, and the Chinese fishermen selflessly risked their lives to save those people. And I didn't learn about that in Britain, I learned about it in China. So acts of bravery and kindness like that need to be taught more. So if you haven't heard about that incident and you're in Britain, search about it, read about it, learn about it, tell more people about it. Now I need to try and get home. Quite a bit of traffic.